Alright everybody, this is my miniature. You can see how small this thing is. I mean, it's minuscule. Let's see. We've got some non-copyrighted music so we don't get flagged. Do 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 do. Alright, thanks for watching. Just kidding. I'm going to show you how to make this real quick, and it's not hard at all. Very, 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 very easy. The reason I made this one so small is because I'm kind of testing the waters of how small I can actually make a stereo cooler, because all you see is the great big 60 million quart ice chest with the interstate batteries, multiple amps. I mean, if that's your thing, great. But like I said, this small, cheap, practical. Use one of these coolers right here for all this, for the little tunes. You know, this sounds better than a Bose SoundLink, which are great. I've got one. It sounds phenomenal. But this is just a little, a little cool factor. It's a cooler stereo, and half the price. So yeah, practicality. Use a small cooler for a stereo. You can lug it around, put it in your truck, car, whatever. Then use the big ones to keep your ice and beer and whatnot. You know, just bear with me here. What you can see here is I've just pretty much screwed it down to the plastic. And there's a little L bracket right in here that holds a battery still. Whatever you decide to fasten all your stuff down with, great. But a word of advice: whenever you're screwing into this plastic, give it just enough to where it tightens. If you just keep on screwing and keep on screwing, you're going to drill a hole and nothing's going to hold. And then you're going to have to find a different spot. So you just barely screw it in there till it's tight, and trust me, it'll hold. Because that plastic will actually have threads in it. Like I said, if you keep on keeping on, it's just going to drill a hole. Screws are going to fall out. This amplifier is a Road Rage. Says 150 watts. Of course, we all know that's bull. This thing puts out probably 20 watts per channel, and that's basically what your car stereo puts out. So plenty of wattage. Don't get too crazy with the speakers. You know what I mean? You know, don't buy something super expensive. We're trying to keep this practical, trying to keep it cheap and, you know, cost efficient, whatever. You know, I'll keep on saying different words for cheap. Your RCAs. This is a big old beefy. This is a big old beefy wire that I got from Radio Shack. They got plenty more, but basically your RCAs into your 3.5 millimeter jack that goes into any MP3, iPhone, Android, whatever you got. And as you can see on your amplifier, and I'll tell you where to get this in a minute. Yeah, I mean, color coded, nice and easy. This is for your power for this particular amp. And basically, I don't have a switch. Like I said, I keep it nice and simple. I don't have a power switch. You know, anytime I want to turn it on and off, I just take the lid off and unplug it from the battery. And that's your, of course, ground. It's on here. And then you have a red for power, and then you have an orange for remote. For this particular amp, they both have to be spliced together. If you don't use it like that in this particular setup, it messes up the amp. Whenever you buy it, there's a claim on the actual website that tells you you're going to mess this up if you don't do power and remote. And of course, on this side, that's what goes to your speakers. And I mean, it's very, very, very easy. You got left and right, power, ground, and then you just do these little spades, crimp them onto your wires. You know, of course, small ones always go to negative. The bigger spades go to your power. And that's it. That's it. You've just built $100 for the speaker's most expensive thing. This whole setup I'd say I built for $175, and it's either that or $365 for a Bose SoundLink, which is cool. You could add Bluetooth, you could add, you could do all kinds of crazy stuff. Tweeters, subwoofers, but something this small, nice, easy, call it a day, and make all your friends jealous. So, that's basically it for the battery, because I know you're going to ask. The battery is a Adrenaline long lasting. I love these batteries. I've already posted a video explaining this battery. This says 12 volt, 7.5 amp hours. It says 20 hours on it. I've gotten right around 12 hours on a single charge of maybe not continuous play, but it lasts a pretty good long time. And then you just, whenever it's starting to go dead on you, throw it on a trickle charger, and that, overnight you're good to go. So like I said, I mean, this stuff is super easy. You heard the way it sounds. I want to turn it back on. Don't even have to really screw it down again for you. Let me plug it in for you. See, like I said, I don't do a switch on this particular setup because I just kept it nice and simple. Power, negative, you'll see the light come on. Let's see. Boop. See, ta-da! You're on and ready to rock. So I should have made these wires longer, but I did not. And like I said, I'm just trying to give you ideas. If you want to do that big, great, fat setup and just do, just go all out, it's basically the same thing. You're just you're just adding amplifiers. You're adding a bigger battery. You're adding more stuff. I mean, you can Google that stuff and find out how it's done, and do it. Not saying that it's bad. It's just I like the small, practical stuff. And the reason I did this, the board for the speakers, medium density fiber board. I cut it just to the size where it would fit inside. The carpet here, I think I bought it AutoZone a long time ago. Acts as a gasket. It only goes down so far and it's snug in there. And then when you're done, I mean, that's why I mounted them on the inside, because I mean, you're safe and sound. If it starts to get, weather gets nasty outside, I mean, you're like I said, you're safe. So. And also these speakers, when I bought them, didn't come with speaker grills. So if I would have put them on the outside, and let's say I put in the back of my truck or a trunk of a car, slide around, puncture a speaker, that's something to consider too. If you're gonna put them on the outside, which is great, make sure they come with speaker grills, or that you can find speaker grills for whatever you're buying, which you normally can. One more time before we say goodbye. I don't know if you can catch that, but I mean, you can hear the music, and you can adjust that on the there's a little gain on the actual amplifier, but I've got mine set to where I like it. See, and you can hear the bass from the speakers, from the piano, from the low keys. It's a little X-File-ish. Plenty loud, come on. Yeah, you can't turn something on that small and say, check this out, and not impress somebody. Plus, you can say you only built it for a handful of dollars. And that's what it's all about. I don't even know what I'm doing, I'm just chilling. Alright. Thanks for watching. Hope I gave you some ideas. I'm going to do another video showing how to do a head unit. either a CD player with the USB port on it, so you can plug in iPhones and whatnot. Maybe something with Bluetooth, but I want to do a 4-speaker setup that's not in a huge cooler. I'm still trying to keep it small. I want to make it bigger, but smaller. So be on the lookout for that.